Hey everybody, welcome to Behind the Wall Pinball. I am Ken and I apologize for not making this channel sooner. I've been caught up in building this machine and a lot of programming, and I'm not a camera guy, so this might get a little awkward. Maybe I'll get better at it as we go along. We'll see. Either way, for the intro video, I would like to introduce you guys to my homebrew Pink Floyd pinball machine. I think in this video we're going to go over a lot of the philosophy of why I'm doing this, what I'm doing, talk about the future of the machine and the channel and what we're going to do. And I think that's pretty much the main goal of this video. So of note, I do have an overseas trip coming up in a few weeks. So I'm going to be at a big pause that I'm only going to be able to work on the computer and not have a physical machine to work on. So current status, this is Whitewood number 2. And as of this morning, I have fully programmed everything I can program. So this video really becomes now or never, because tomorrow morning playfield goes back on the rotisserie and starts getting depopulated for Whitewood number 3. So I guess first we'll talk about the why. Lifelong Pink Floyd fan, probably since I was a toddler. Literally, my father introduced me to Pink Floyd. Half my body is dedicated to Floyd and Inc. If I had a dream machine, it would be Pink Floyd. So why not just make it myself? It's not for sale. It's not taking quarters in a bar. It's literally just for me. So there's two underlying premises of this machine that were very important to me in my design. And one of them is flow. Huge fan of classic Bally Williams games. My favorites are Medieval Madness, which you see sitting right next to me, Theater of Magic, and Twilight Zone. I love combo shots, flow, keeping the ball moving, but you're going to see a lot of influence from those machines on my game. Not direct copies, but direct influence. And then the music, obviously. So most music-related games that I've seen utilize a carousel where you select a song as a mode. I've broken from that tradition. I've designed what I call the commercial-free Pink Floyd radio that I will demonstrate in a little bit and explain. But first, I think let's go through the features of the table. So the table starts with an auto launch. There's no plunger, nod to Medieval Madness. Big difference, Medieval Madness launches direct into the orbit. Mine follows a habit trail that goes up and around, right? Shot flow, we have 2 outer orbits, 2 semi-symmetrical ramps, and 2 orbits. If anybody can look at those habit trails for the ramps and understand what I'm going at, I'd love to hear it in the comments. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. I can promise you that. So all of the orbit shots, the outer and the inner, have spinners. That's going to be for Wish You Were Here. We have 7 targets on the bottom for animals, along with a Vook. This becomes very important. We'll talk about these drops in a bit. In the upper right, we have 2 pop targets, or pop bumpers, that are actually getting moved in Whitewood number 3, along with 3 targets that are going to be for Division Bell that are also getting moved. Horseshoe is getting cut off so that I can put a pyramid ball lock over here, along with a Newton ball lock qualifier on the right side. And currently we've got 2 3-bank targets for the wall, They are going away in whitewood number 3. You'll see the purpose of them. Then we have the hammers themselves. In a second, we're going to take those off. They're on there loosely now, but the plan is I'm in the process of developing a gear system. And during certain parts of gameplay, they're actually going to march back and forth. But right now, if you hit things too hard, they just pop right off. Underneath the hammers is a sinkhole with a front entrance and a rear entrance to prevent sticky balls that tunnels back to a hook. Let's take the hammers off right now. And I think what we're going to do on this video is we're going to fire it up, talk through everything. We'll probably go through the modes by hand. Maybe some play testing later. Geometry is not perfect yet. Lots of work to do. But I guess let's go ahead and talk through the machine itself. So let's fire up NPF. By the way, I'm using all fast hardware. So I've got a Neuron controller, audio board, power filter board, power supplies. All of my I/O boards are fast. We'll talk about that more in a resources video. So NPF is fired up. We can see right now all of our drop targets are down. So let's go ahead and put a ball in. Trough 1 is lit, and let's fire up Godot. We might have some bugs during this video. I keep randomly encountering them, so. Okay, so we're going to open up, and we're going to crash. Son of a bitch. Let's try this the other way. Waiting for NPF. I thought I cleared that. Okay, so we're in attract mode. Right now I've got a standard slide deck. Nothing special. It's going to be updated on my overseas trip in a few weeks. But the one thing I wanted to get across is the other big underlying design choice on this is everything on my machine is based on time. So almost everything you do outside of base mode is going to have a timer associated with it. And there's another nod to dark side. So what we're going to go ahead and do, let's go ahead and fire a ball up. And like I said, we're going to do this by hand. I will go mode to mode and explain my concepts. So now we're in base mode. Commercial-free Pink Floyd radio has taken over. We can launch the ball. So we will go ahead and start with the wall. So the way the mode works is you're going to knock down the targets. And look, if you hit the entrance earlier, it will kick back up. You can't get in. So as soon as you qualify for a mode, it starts mode start, which puts a timer up, and you have to hit the hook. Now it kicks in actively to the wall mode, where you have to tear down the wall. So we knock down the target, and you see the entrance opens because you qualified. So now we hit the entrance. Boom. Mode is qualified. We also have Dark Side, Wish You Were Here, Animals. This says TW, but it's actually Division Bell. Dark Side is not available at the moment. I just got the micro switches for it the other day. But I have to work on the habit trails once I tear this apart. So Dark Side's not going to be active and tested until Whitewood 3. So we'll go to Wish You Were Here. As I mentioned, I've got 4 different spinners. Wish You Were Here. You have to activate it by hitting all 4 of them. Same thing. You have a 60-second timer to start the mode. If you don't start the mode in that 60 seconds, your qualification resets to 0. And you'll have to do it again. But let's go ahead and do this. So now we're in Wish You Were Here mode. The goal in the placeholder, hit the spinners 50 times. I was very on the fence about including this song as a main mode, but if you play it in person, it's a very welcome change because the rest of the game is very high intensity. This almost gives you a breather, and your only goal is to shoot spinners. Any combination, just get 50 hits. Everything resets, which takes us to animals, which is my favorite mode of them all. So we have A-N-I-M-A-L-S. Right now, A and L, or A and N, are not wired in because I had to make a subway design change. So I temporarily have it qualified off of I-M-A-L-S. Hopefully this doesn't bug on me. It did earlier. So let's qualify I-M-A-L-S. We qualified. Same thing. Shoot the book. You've got 60 seconds to activate it. Now this is a serious nod to Medieval Madness and probably my favorite part of the entire game. So now you have 2 center playfield drop targets that are going to alternate as you hit them, but look how close they are to the flippers. This is dangerous. Probably going to put toys on these later too, so I call this dog and this sheep. You hit them 3 times each, you get completion. So the last mode is Division Bell, and this one's based off of the pop bumpers, which at the moment are almost impossible to reach, but I have a solution. It's in the mail. Thank you, PBL. But same thing, qualified by hitting the pops. Hook start, and now you have to hit the pop bumpers. And the way this is going to work, if I can come around here, I've currently got 2 appearing posts back here. They're going away. I've got 2 coil-powered ball gates going on each side that are going to be tied to the outer spinners. So if you hit the left spinner, the right ball gate is going to lock. And it's just going to deflect everything into the pop nest. Aside from that, let's drain a ball. Okay, so we're back in base mode. The only other thing I have developed right now is another side mode, which is my nod to Sid Barrett. Hopefully this one doesn't bug on me, we're gonna see. But it's gonna involve the in and out lanes. In the end, you have to hit or complete the lights twice to activate this jackpot mode. Right now I've just got it linked up to the in lanes. Yep, and there's that bug I was talking about. Let's restart real quick. I don't know why it does that. If I complete too many modes, bike does not want to start. But I think we can get it started. There we go. So the whole point of this mode is going to be the 6 different shots. It's a 60-second mode. Each shot is going to randomly light for 10 seconds and give you a jackpot. There is also another secret side mode that I have planned for this that I haven't developed yet. If you're a big Pink Floyd fan, you're probably going to stumble across it at some point, but it's not a direct shot mode. It's completely locked. So, ooh, Anyway, that is the current status of the Pink Floyd machine. Like I said, the next couple videos, I think the next one I want to do is going to be on resources, because I think everybody, especially those that are new to homebrew, have a lot of questions. Where do I get this information? Where do I find these parts? Where do I get tutorials? I think that's vital. And I know when I started this back in August, I had those same questions. Special tooling. So my CNC machine, maybe my ring bender, how did I do my habitrails and weld them, and what tools am I using? I think that's another good video. But I would eventually like to do a deep dive on the modes. Maybe a single video on each one. That could possibly also include the YAML and the Godot side. So how are the scenes developed? How is the code written? Things like that. So if you guys have suggestions, please drop them in the comments below. I'm definitely all ears for that. Like I said, I'm new to this. This is my first pinball machine. I'm just acting on a vision that I had last summer, and I said, hey, let's do this. I love pinball. I love Pink Floyd. And I've just been in deep ever since. This is a lot of work. So if you've never built a pinball machine yourself and you don't have a team, you have a lot of skills you're going to need to learn really quick, or it's going to take you years and years and years. Still might take me years. We'll see. But anyway, I welcome you guys to Behind the Wall Pinball, and I'll get some more videos out there for you guys. We will take a break. Like I said, I think 3 weeks maybe from today. I want to. I'm leaving for a trip to South Korea to meet up with my wife. So I won't have a physical machine, but that's going to give me tons of time to work on the Godot side and audio processing side. Yeah, 15 to 20 hours of flying is no joke, but lots of work time. So until next time, I'll try to get another video out maybe this weekend, and we'll start talking about resources. I'll be in a good spot for that. But tomorrow, this playfield comes out, gets torn apart. So appreciate you guys. We'll chat later.